Happy day students, this is Kaveri from psychology program. Today's topic is interpersonal attraction. What is interpersonal attraction? So in this topic we are going to deal with how important relationships are and how they are built. So as Aristotle has quoted, human beings are social beings, and why is that? Because there is a need for contact, there is a psychological need to belong, and that is why we are called as social beings. And why is attachment or attraction or the need to belong is important? The first point is, according to evolutionary perspective, early men were known to survive as groups. They usually exist as groups. That is because it will enhance group survival. They need to be in groups because they need to hunt, they need to build houses, and that will usually promote relationship among them. The next point is for procreation. So when there is a bond of love between the parents, it creates children. Positive emotions are extremely important for a human being. So when people are in relationship, it is extremely rewarding, it makes them happy, and it is also sometimes makes them very satisfied and accepted, and that is very important for the mental well-being of an individual. And on the other hand, negative emotions are also triggered when there is a break in the relationship, and this might cause a person to be at risk for depression. They might feel lonely because of this, and they will also lose the interest to live, and hence it will actually take a toll on the person's mental health, and the life satisfaction is also affected negatively. The factors that determines attraction. What are the factors that will lead a person to be attracted to another person? That is what we will discuss now. The first one is the power of proximity. So the word proximity means nearness. It means how close you are with the person, which means it is geographical distance, and it is also a functional distance. So imagine the first day of your class, and how did you become friends with that person who was sitting near you? It is because you are going to see them every day. It is because they are sitting near you, and this will actually promote interaction. And when there is interaction, you will discuss your likings and dislikings, and this will lead to a budding of relationship. Hence, these relationships develop with people who are close, and they are very common in places like school, office settings, or your neighborhood. The next point is similarity. Again, based on social interactions, we just saw that when we sit near to some person, we talk to them, we try to get to know them, you can actually find that whatever that they like is also something that you like. So you find some similarity between both of you. So imagine you would have become friend with somebody because they would have liked the same band like you do, or they would have had their favorite colors like you do. So that is similarity. So there is a proverb which tells birds of feather flock together. Hence, similarity leads to liking, and it can also be in the reverse. Liking can also lead to similarity, and there is similarity in religion, in community, in the country you have been brought up. The next is, when there is similarity, the other end is dissimilarity. So there is a popular belief that even opposites attract. Okay, and this is called as dissimilarity or complementarity. So here, if you could see, there is a tendency where in relationship between two people, sometimes they tend to complement each other. The missing parts is being complemented. So if you could see, we would have seen couples who are extremely different. They have extremely different views, but we see that they have a very happy relationship. This is because of this factor. When one partner is very dominant, the other will be submissive. But when one partner is very talkative, the other will be very silent. And this is how opposites attract. The next is physical attractiveness. So there is a stereotype that tells beautiful, attractive people are found to be desirable, trustworthy, but this is a stereotype, and this need not be true always, because there is this effect called as what is beautiful is good. We can go back to the early men stages, and there we will have an explanation as to why people are attracted to certain type of people. For example, there is this beauty standard that exists. For example, muscular men are more attractive, or hourglass shape of women that is more attractive. And why is that? There is a evolutionary and one biological reason for that. That is because when people perceive that a man is very muscular, it means that he is very strong. And according to early men men were usually required to hunt, they were required to fight for the mates, build houses, and that has been passed on till now. And also when we talk about women with hourglass, it means that they are more fertile and they are also more healthy females, and that is why we find these beauty standards and the society still accepts it. But also this attraction plays a very powerful role in liking others and while selecting mate. That is why people tend to spend a lot for the cosmetics and the way they look, and that is why they have also body image issues. The next is reciprocal liking, again based on social interactions. When we interact, we will usually appreciate or validate others, and in return they will also appreciate us. So what happens is there is a mutual liking that is developed, and when this mutual liking, you tend to form relationships between them. So what happens here is we like flattery and we want to hear something positive about us, and that is how a relationship is built. Next is the internal sources. So far we have seen so many external sources. Now we will get into internal sources. So the biology, what is the biology behind attraction? So here if you could see, the tendency to affiliate is a it has a neurobiological basis. So if you could see, there are so many hormones that play a role in this, but there are two important hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. So oxytocin is mainly to do with elevation of our mood and making us feel, to be bonded or to be attached with one another, and vasopressin is, it acts like a modulator for social behavior and emotions. And the next internal factor is the attachment style. So what is attachment? See, this develops in very early age and meaning during the infancy. So the connection or the bond between you and your caregiver, the mother or the father, the primary caregiver, it is going to actually reflect the kind of relationship you are going to build with another person in future, that is when you become an adult. And there are 4 attachment styles. It is secure attachment, anxious, avoidant and disorganized. So let us see. So the first, secure attachment. So when you were a child and when your parent has created an environment which is very safe and secured, and they have always attended to all of your emotional and physical needs, you tend to develop a secured attachment when you become an adult, which means how your relationships will be if you have secure attachment. You will usually have a very healthy communications style, and you will also self-regulate your emotions, and the relationship is managed properly. This is secure attachment. And the next, what if the caregiver was present for some time and not present for most of the time, and they have not been attending to your emotional or physical needs? So when that is there, it means that you will feel more insecure, and you will feel you will be very clingy, and you will always want this validation, or you will always want a reassurance that the partner is always there, and that is anxious style. Next is avoidant. So in avoidant, childhood time you are not supposed to express your views, and usually the parents are not available. What happens is you are prone to develop avoidant style. So here if you could see, the person is very aloof and they don't really express their emotions. They usually withdraw from relationships, or they withdraw from people, and also they usually don't ask for help, because when they were children, when they asked help to their parents, they were maybe denied or not really, the parents did not pay attention to the child, and that will be carried over when you become an adult. Okay, and this is the third style. The fourth and the final style is disorganized. So here what happens is, if the parent has gone through some trauma and the child is being reared in one environment which is extremely erratic, the child becomes very scared because the mother or the father might have been a victim for some trauma, and that might have been, that will affect the child, and that is when this disorganized style will develop. So, what happens here is the child when they become adult, what kind of a relationship or what kind of a style will they have, attachment style. So, here if you could see, they usually have very low self-worth and they are very much fearful of the rejection that they may face. So, again there is a problem with the relationship that they build. Thank you.